Good morning, everyone. Good morning on this beautiful Friday. In the second class of the wellness group with Elian, I'm glad you're here for a little yoga. And good to see everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Let's do a nice yoga stretch today, a lot of standing poses. And then at the end, we're going just to sit on the floor and stretch out a little bit. But I want to do a lot of standing poses focused on just upper leg strength and core balance. And balance, of course. Join with me for a good stretch. Inhale, nice deep breath up. Exhale, lower your shoulders, hold your hands up high, and do that again. Reach up for the skies. Exhale all the way down with your shoulders. And do that one more time. Reaching up. And then really feel the tension just drop away from your shoulders nice and slow. Exhale, open your hands and roll your shoulders a little bit here. Just kind of roll it out. Just loosen in the shoulders. Very important to let all that stress go. And anxiety in the shoulders lifts up again all the way. And then exhale, take your hands up, but lower the shoulders. So feel that the stress between your shoulders is just loosening up, it is relaxing, is disappearing. So grab your wrist right here and go over to the side and just stretch out here into a long and lengthening feeling. We're going to keep the shoulder open and you want to inhale, just kind of feel that you're reaching and sliding alongside the wall behind you. And then come slowly back up. And now for good posture, relaxing your shoulders, but lift up your heart to the sky, all the way. And take your hands all the way down and come back into the posture. So remember for posture, pull your abs in, open your heart up to the sky, lengthen your body all the way up. Do it again. Here we go. Lift, exhale, no shoulders. Exhale, no shoulders, but slide your body alongside the wall behind you. Lift up again. Exhale, go to the side. And you might even look up so that you really can feel the stretch here lengthening over the sides. Or if you are going a little bit deeper, just into that upper back stretch, opening wide open with the shoulders and the elbows. And then come back up. Stretch it out. Exhale, release, and relax the shoulders. Really feeling that in your upper body. Now, one more time, but now with one arm, you go over to the side. Lean out sideways. Keep this all the way glued against the imaginary wall behind you so that we're not collapsing forward, but we're going sideways. Now you're going to push your hip a little bit out to the other side. Ah, very nice. Inhale, come back right here. And feel that strengthening feeling in the core. Lift over to the side. And then just a little bit of tab hanging into that half moon pose. Idea of pushing out your hips that way. And come back into the center. Good. Now stretch and lengthen. And we're going to add on. Lift up right here. And then go back into your heart space right there, opening up to the sky. Then slowly come back to your knees. And now from here, slowly and softly, while we're moving a little bit into this position, just stretching out all the way over to the floor. Now relax the shoulders and hang down all the way to stretch the back of your legs. Feeling the hamstrings, keep your knees soft. Not too much pressure on the legs. And just take a deep breath in here through your nose. Now send your breath all the way towards your lower back. So feeling an expansion into the lumbar part of our spine right here. Hang it out. And then use your hands to gently walk back up. Very gently. And roll the shoulders, relax the shoulders in place. Lift your arms up. Reach and over for the sky, not far back, but just more like an extension of the spine. And then slowly go towards the legs right here. Now in this position, we're going to make a couple of cat and cow poses. So really round your back and release the back. And arch your spine. Roll up round and arch the spine. kind of flipping your tailbone up. And one more time, just roll while you're leaning onto your legs. Release all the way into the back. And then slowly just let your body fall down again. Hang out forward fold right here. Just release. So take a deep breath in and maybe even grab your arms and pull yourself a little lower towards the floor, right here. Just hang out right where you are. Just stay where you are. Just let your legs and your butt and your lower back and all stretch out. Right here. Just your full weight and working with your breath. Just hang it out. Use your arms. Always climb back up into the standing position. Lift it up all the way. Exhale, take your hands all the way back together. Good. Just standing up tall, just keep working on your posture. Stretch your hands out forwards all the way. Then over your head back, or even a little bit behind you. Just kind of see if you can lengthen through the arm and the shoulders. Then take your hands back and then drop your hands to your opposite ear. So standing up tall, leave your forehead, nose, and chin in the mirror, and just pull your head over sideways for a good deep stretch in your neck. And just take a breath there. We need a neck stretch because we keep so much tension in our neck, so much of it. Just take it all the way. And even bring his hand in and bring it a little bit more down. There you go. Just feeling a two-way stretch all the way to the middle finger. Good. And gently inhale and come back and check it out. Good. Inhale out the side. Exhale, pull over to the side. Good. Just relaxing. Deep breath in. Keep your face in the mirror. So your chin not collapsing forward, but just really go to the side. And then bring this arm in and pull back so you get a deeper stretch in that whole neck area and into the big muscle that holds your head up, sternocleidomastoid muscle. Just come slowly back to the center right here and release it. And still standing in Tadasana, just really relaxing. Then drop your chin on your chest, but keep your shoulders broad open. So really feeling that stretch and rub your chin a little bit over your chest. We're making a little effort to make a lot of chins here. And lift back up and lift your chin, stick it back out and bring it back in. One more time, stick it back out and bring it back in. Good. Just move your head here a little bit. Very nice. Now take the right arm forward and flip your fingers up all the way towards you and pull your hands back, or your fingers really back to make some room here in the wrist and stretch it out. Now you're going to open your hands outwards and do a little bit more of it, right? You get a really big angle to stretch out through the arm and the elbow there. So to the other side, just pull up and back with your hands in and back, and then turn it and do it this way also. It feels good, big stretch. 4 down dogs coming later, right? And then shake it out. Whoop. Take your hands behind you and pull them away from you, really opening up in through the front and through the pecs again. Just a big stretch right here. Into arms. Just kind of pull up and feel where you can go with that stretch. Then relax the arms, open them all the way up to the sides. Big, 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 and big hands, arms right here, and now start turning and twisting. But not your hips, just your upper body lengthening and going at it just into that twist. Now relax your arms and into a very gentle flop. Just let them sway around your body and into your lower back. Just really nice and soft. So what we're doing really here is working your lower back, the lumbar part of your spine, and the midsection, of course, and making sure that you can move your upper body away from the hips, so that not everything has to go always together. But you still have the mobility of the upper body separated from the hip area. So just really nicely into that leg here, and with your feet straight under. And then we're going to just stretch up again and take it into the chair pose. Now, sink the shoulders again, back down. Let your shoulder blades flow down your back towards the lower back. Holding the chair pose, the yoga pose. If you don't want to do that yet, then have your hands on your legs. So here, maybe move around a little bit and or with your arms up. So we're strengthening your legs here. We're strengthening the back muscles. We're really pulling in the core to support your lower back. Now sway your arms backwards and weight goes forwards. Maybe even on your tippy toes, it's up to you. Straight back, sway your arms through and sit back into your heels again. As much as you can, take your weight back as if you're sitting on the tippy of a chair. Slowly come forward again and lift up. Take your weight back into the flat back tabletop and back to the chair. So chair and table, all the way forward, into the table, and back into the chair. Sit back with your weight. Then if you want to do that, of course, and you don't want to take your hands up or you feel your shoulders, just keep it right here. And move your back, move your butt a little bit around in circles. What's that called? Right, all the way down to the floor, right here, hang it off. And now fully relaxing in your back and hamstring again. And feel the difference when you straighten your knees. You really feel that traveling to your hamstring. If you keep your knees slightly bent, you feel it more into your lower back. And now we have made some twisting and some mobility. So lift up one arm towards the yellow skies and the other side also. Now, of course, if you have a block, then just use the block. Stay right where you are. Use the block to lean on if you're not there yet. So if you need this, just to twist around, use the block. Do it one more time, both sides. Or use the block. You have very different variations here. And lots of options, right? If you have a block, hold on to it. I don't work so much with the block because my experience is that people can do a lot more than they think. And if you're not using the block, then you're really kind of pushing yourself to your limits. So lift it up, try it out again. Inhale all the way up. Exhale into the chair pose. Softly melt your body all the way down to the floor. Hang it out. If you like it, if you need to, use the block on the high, on the middle, or on the low, setting all the way here. Just stretching out through your back. And relax your neck and your head as well, and your shoulders and your arms, remember? Always working on those shoulders and arms. And walk back up slowly to a standing position. Roll it back. Inhale back up. Exhale back into Anjali Mudra to the heart space right here. Relax the shoulders, keep them open. Lift your heart up to the sky. That's where it all is. So here we do a little posture check. So feel that you pull your abs together. Just relax, but feel a little stronger tightness in your abs, as if you want to zip it up. Just hold your hands together and even maybe press a little bit together as if there's a little tissue between them. Open your shoulders and slowly move your weight to one foot. So we're going to do a little bit of balance exercises here. You lift the foot up to the front, so you don't have to move your hips, and you plant the foot into the other leg. And when you do so, just feel that you're pushing your foot and your inner leg, your inner thigh against each other, so that you feel that strong stability of that standing leg, using the thighs as well. Use your core, of course, and open your heart to the sky. So if you keep your foot close to the floor, then you're just trying it this way, and you just keep messing with your balance till you get a little bit better at it. And if you feel that you get better at it, then you can lift up the foot wherever you want to, a little higher. All right, pull yourself up to the sky and at the same time, plant the foot into the mat so you can feel the stability. Very nice. You're looking great. And just you can take your arms up. LA, New York, New York, LA, right? Doesn't matter what I always say. It doesn't matter where they are. Let's try to relax the shoulders and just hold it real still. Good, 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 good. Then slowly take your legs and arms down and shake it out a little bit here. Just relax now. Plant your feet into the mat again. Spread your toes, feel your heels. Just really grounded. Then come slowly back together on the other side. Just feeling that lift on this side. So if you're being lifted up by your pulling without too much in the hip, just lifting yourself strong. Take your foot in. Make it a comfortable position for you because this working leg is not so important as the standing leg. This one is really the one that needs to work. So use your upper leg, pull your knee up into the quads, then really feel that stability coming in. Your knee goes in your natural range of motion, not too far open, so just keep it in a natural range of motion. And place your foot wherever comfortable, above the knee or below the knee with your heel, so that you can hold in a little bit of a balance. We're practicing balance. Good job. Looking great. Just holding it right there. Remember, not in your shoulders, but lift through a long and tall feeling all the way in the center of your body. So this hand is lifting to the sky, really as if it's holding onto something on the ceiling. That's where you get that really strong feeling. And exhale, very nice. And you kind of shake it out here a little bit. Good. One more for balance. I want you to keep that feeling. So move that strength and that strong feeling to one foot again. As if I hardly see you move because you're moving from the inside into that strong center. And now if you lift that other foot up, just let it swing underneath. Maybe your arms are wide open. Push your hands down onto an imaginary block or table on both sides so that you get that strength, and you feel, if you do so, that also your obliques are activated. Right? You swing that leg through very gently underneath. You have to lift yourself up so tall that you can make room for that leg to swing, and all you're doing is swinging in balance. You're swinging the upper leg into the hip, right? The tibia, whoop, whoop, without any movement anywhere else. So keep that real still. Good. Try the other side. Good. Awesome. So it's very important. You can do it anywhere, and of course, a lot in the kitchen, or hold on to anything you have. Just to prove that your balance is getting better and better and better, and to work on it, just put it on one leg, and there, to really strengthen the core, lift yourself up tall and then push your hands back down or onto something that you're holding on to slightly. And then you're going to swing the leg underneath. Good. Yes. You can hear it in my voice. I didn't sleep well, and I'm hot and sweaty because it is hot and sweaty in Texas. Always right here. Feel that? So you want to lift yourself up so that you can do actually really whatever you want to do with this leg, because it's just working in the hip and the rest is really stabilized and strong. So that's where you want to be. Good job. Inhale up. Exhale. Woo. Very nice. Good. Now I want to do a couple of stronger standing poses, a little wider for strength and for stretch. So open about 3.5 feet wide. You want to have a nice wide open position. And we're going to stretch out first. Your toes are pointed forwards. Make sure that they are. And then lean into the sides again, really stretching out. You can have this arm free or holding on with this arm. Inhale on the sides. Exhale over. And then bring it back to the center. Now you're going to place your hands on your upper leg, being careful. Sit back, bend the knees, And place your forearm into your inner thighs. Now start pushing open. You're looking about 5 feet in front of you, so you're always a little higher with your shoulders and your hips. And your hips are higher than your knees, but you push open. Now we're really working the hip here. Really through. Very exciting. I love this stretch. Ugh. Really into the inner thighs. It's so necessary because we sit too much. We really need to open up here, and I also feel it in my lower back. I'm relaxing my sit bones towards the floor, towards the heels. So slowly then fall down to the floor and release your full upper body forwards again. Right? Whatever you want to do here, just hang out. Feeling the back of the legs. You want to go to the right. Give it a deep breath. You want to go to the left. Give it a deep breath. So feel, if you're in this position, that you can fully relax your body down towards the floor. Same stretch, lower back, glutes, hamstrings. Soften the knee a little bit, being able to move and play around in this position. Now, if you're working with a block, then you can put that block a little bit in front of you and move your weight front and back. So really leaning and holding on. Really, a couple of times leaning and holding. One of my favorite things to do here, just really leaning out and stretching as a really good preparation for your down dog. Into the neck and upper back and arms and shoulder stretch as well. But if you're not, then slowly come back towards the center and bring it in here and bring your legs gently in, just very softly. Rolling up round. Remember, use your hands if you will. And moving on. Very good. Awesome. So we are stretching it out again into that wide open position. Keep your legs open here. And we're going to move into one leg. So now for your warrior two, make sure you have two straight legs. Your body is still turned towards me or turned towards the center. Spread your hands far away from each other. Reach out, right? But not the shoulders. Good. Now bend one leg and go towards that open toe. The foot with the open toe, go towards it. And we're going to keep, just like we just did with that stretch, we're going to keep the inner thigh open and away. So you want the knee over the toe, but not collapsing inwards. So really use and engage the inner thigh here. Come towards your warrior two. Remember, just relax the shoulders. You may just kind of play around here a little bit. And then go lean on it in your Prasvanasana stretch. From Virabhadrasana 2 into the side stretch right here, lengthening. I want to just pursue my hands connecting with my foot in one long line. Now I'm going straight back with my upper body into the warrior two. Now I'm really feeling this leg. I'm working that upper leg. Then release both legs and arms. Deep breath here. Exhale, take your hands towards that open leg and slide down towards your triangle pose. Good. So hold it halfway or underneath the knee. Legs want to be straight, and you're going to slowly slide, maybe even a little bit forwards or backward, downwards. Forwards, backwards, downwards, upwards. Right? So this one's reaching up and even pushing a little bit back. I really feel that everywhere with a big twist in the spine. Now I'm going to collapse down, and this hand comes to the foot. I'm hanging over the foot. Just a deep breath here. Relax your head, neck, shoulders. Super, super, super big pyramid hamstring stretch right there. Then turn it back to the front. Take the foot with you. Release. Bring it all back together. and walk it out. So especially coming out of the pose, you want to be very careful because a lot of injuries happen when you come out of the pose because we're like, oh, and whoop, back together. So you want to be really careful there. If you don't have a block, or if you do have a block, I'll show you. But open one foot, bring the knee over it, spread your arms nice and tall and wide. We're just kind of really working and analyzing the pose here, right? Open the inner thigh, push the knee backwards, really strong into the upper leg. Try to take a breath. Didn't even mention it. Breathe. Go over to it. Exhale into that stretch. And almost done. Into that stretch. Rotate back from the core, nice and strong. Just your upper body. Then release and relieve into those legs and stretch out. Exhale to the middle of your foot. If you have a block in this position, it might help you. You can put it in front of your foot and then really feel that rotation more into your upper body. Again, we'll try not to collapse, but really lift and reach up with an open hand to the sky and back. If you're holding on to your leg and you exhale, try to go a little further. Good. You're looking great. A little further. Ah. And you're going to hang towards that leg all the way into the relaxation mode. Just a deep breath. Relax. Bring your weight back to the center. Move your feet back to the center. Now move 2 feet inwards. And roll up nice and slow all the way to a standing position. Inhale back. Exhale and take a breath here. Good. We're going to do a few more big stretches for our hips and a few down dogs, and then we're done. Good. So come standing, relax, take a deep breath in, open your heart to the sky. Exhale forward, relax, open the legs, remember, and just from here. Now you can go 2 ways. You can take it down to the floor in all fours, curl your toes and pick it up to a downward facing dog. Or you can go from here and just walk away. If you want to do that, walk your hands and feet away from each other. Spread your fingers, the index finger pointing forwards, and you're taking a little bit of the weight on your wrist off. If you spread your fingers, push your hands into the floor away and push your weight back into your heels. Good. Breathe. Stretch, open in the shoulders. Relax. Deep breath. Just relax the upper legs or the upper back and the neck. And of course your legs. Now take it back to the floor. And if it's too long for you, take it back to the floor earlier and just kind of like turtle up into your child pose right here. Into Balasana. It's really nice and relaxed. You may have your support here for your upper for your head, for your upper head, for your forehead. Or you can take your arms around you if you want to. You can also open the knees a little bit, tuck your belly in and relax forwards. Or last but not least, even your hands far out, but you want to come sit with your weight towards your heels. Remember, so bring your tailbone to your heels. Then inhale, we'll just do it a couple of times. Exhale, push. Slowly start bringing the heels towards the mat. Nice and soft. And then bring it back in. So really using the downward facing dog as a super stretch for our body. And stay in your child pose and come back to your child pose. Stay in it right now. Or come back to your child pose anytime you want. I always say a child pose is your to-go-to pose. If you need to take a minute or a rest, then come into the child pose as a to-go-to pose to release and relax your shoulders and back. So you don't have to hold the down dog so long, you can just come back straight towards the floor. I also always say a down dog a day keeps the doctor away. And I think I'm the example. Right? Who wants to go to the doctor? Try out a downwards facing dog. Just hanging upside down, maybe stepping in place a little bit, kind of walk it out here. Check your shoulders, your neck. Push your fingers into the floor, into the mat. Really push it out. Inhale, so using the down dog. Exhale, 2. Relax and stretch at the same time your whole body. The whole body. Even your arms to the side. I love that. Just kind of spreading them out. Big belly breath. Feel it in your lower back. And now we're adding on just 2 more big stretches. Come all the way up. Downward facing dog. Push back. Into the down dog. So high up heels or walk it. Just whatever feels good for you. Now you go to all fours. And you're going to pull your knee towards your hands. If you want to go with me in the more advanced version or into a more progress option, then you go from here and you try to go with one arm, or not one arm, that would be one leg, into the knee to the hands. Now, when we're putting, this is an alternate version or another option for the pigeon pose. Your knee is going straight forward. Place your hands wide open. Bring the back leg far away but to the floor. And now you're going to roll it out. Inwards and outwards. So now we're getting the lower back and the glutes and the inner thigh. Really leaning out here. And the hip flexors, psoas muscles in the front. Really have to stretch that out because we are sitting too much. I always make a really big deal of that. And we are not enough into this hip flexor stretch. So we stay a little stiff there. And that is also one of those places where your sciatic nerve runs through, right? So it runs through those psoas muscles. So if you don't really stretch that out, but you sit a lot, then you might feel that that sciatic nerve is acting up once in a while. Here comes your last one. So stretch out in your down dog to stay in your down dog. And maybe lift one leg or just bring it back to all fours. And bring that knee all the way forwards. Back leg is far away. Bring it to the floor and start rolling it out. Oh, it's one of my favorite stretches here. You can place the hand out sideways and really lean towards it. And into your back here. And of course, if you want to make it a full pigeon pose, maybe you're in advance. But for my knees, the pigeon pose is not so good anymore because this is a different position for the knees. So you may take it into the full pigeon. You get a great stretch over the piriformis and your lower back. But if you want to do the same version for your knee, just keep that leg straight under and just roll over it. Or roll over it, yeah. Good. Have fun with it. Not have fun with yoga. This is not Instagram yoga. Just having a little fun with it here. And then slowly take it back. Pull up. Shake it out. Good. Last one here for your inner thigh. And then we've had it. Put your foot straight to the side and line it up with your knee. Foot is flat on the floor, toes pointing forwards. Now glue that foot into the floor so that you can go forward with your weight. Slide the leg a little further open. Move to your elbows and then move your weight backwards. Really, I feel it in my inner thigh here into the abductors, right? Huge, my foot is glued to the floor and I'm bringing my weight back. Again, be careful and playful because I cannot feel what you're feeling and I cannot see what you're doing. That's the thing with Zoom. I love it when you're all there, but it's hard to Zoom correct you. So just be very careful. That's why I like to explain it. When you move your weight from the foot into hanging backwards, just be very careful. You want to keep this foot at all times on the floor. It's a fantastic stretch. Bring it really slowly up forward. Move your weight to your hands. And then try to bring the leg back in. So you really feel that, right? Whew. Shake it out. Other side. I don't know about those leggings, guys, with those high waves. They curl up. Bring the knee to the side, the foot to the side. You're going to slowly, maybe lean over it in the gate pose if that makes you feel you're getting a good stretch there. But glue that foot to the floor. Slowly step it out just a tad further. Go into your elbows and lean back. Just kind of playing here again with your weight going backwards. Now grab your toe is the real advanced version. So you do not have to do that. It is a really big progression. We don't use the word advanced anymore so much, but let's say if you're super flexible and it feels real good and you're sitting back with your bum towards your heel here, and you can stretch out this way with your shoulders open as well, but for safety, I'd rather just have you play right here and move your weight back and forwards, right? Getting a good stretch. And then walk it back towards your hands with your weight into your hands. Carefully, very carefully. Bring the leg back in. And the last one here. Curl your toes under. Gently come sit on them. And with all of this, my friends, I should have told you that before, but if you need to protect your knees, roll your neck up a couple of times and make a little, whoop, make a little cushion, right? Cushion. Maybe you have a towel or you have a blanket or you have a pillow. You want to stretch the bottom of the feet for plantar fasciitis. Good for the footsies. Very good for your feet. So not easy. I always say smile through it because it's not easy at all. Then slowly release. Shake it out. Good. And up to you right here. If you want to, you can come all the way back to the downward facing dog and walk it back up towards your hands, or you can sit on the floor and walk it out or work it out on the floor. Maybe you want to do some more nice stretches on the floor for yourself. Inhale, nice deep breath, exhale. Namaste, my friends. I'm so glad you did this with me today. See you next Friday morning. I love it.